Monica whispered she was wearing a button that said, "Vampires are people too." It was not a promising beginning to the evening. Her white blouse was silk with high flared collar framing a dark elk club tan. Her hair was short and expertly cut. Her makeup was perfect. The buttons should have tipped me off to what kind of bachelorette party she'd planned. Some tame, some just slow to catch on. I was wearing black jeans, knee-high boots, and a crimson blouse. My hair was made to order for the outfit, black curling just over the shoulders of the red blouse. The solid, nearly black brown of my eyes matched the hair. Only the skin stands out, too pale. Dramatic against the Latin darkness. A very ex-boyfriend once described me as a little China doll. He meant it as a compliment. I didn't take it that way. There are reasons why I don't date much. The blouse was long-sleeved to hide the knife sheath on my right wrist and the scars on my left arm. I had left my gun locked in the trunk of my car. I didn't think the bachelorette party would get that out of hand. I'm so sorry that I put off planning this to the last minute, Catherine. That's why there's only 3 of us. Everybody else had plans, Monica said. Imagine that. People having plans for Friday night, I said. Monica stared at me as if trying to decide whether I was joking or not. Catherine gave me a warning glare. I gave them both my best angelic smile. Monica smiled back. Catherine wasn't fooled. Monica began dancing down the sidewalk, happy as a drunken clam. She had had only 2 drinks with dinner. It was a bad sign. "Be nice," Catherine whispered. "What did I say?" "Anita." Her voice sounded like my father's used to sound when I stayed out too late. I sighed. "You're just no fun tonight." "I plan to be a lot of fun tonight." She stretched her arms skyward. She still wore the crumpled remains of her business suit. The wind blew her long copper-colored hair. I've never been able to decide if Catherine would be prettier if she cut her hair, so you'd notice the face first, or if the hair was what made her pretty. If I have to give up one of my few free nights, then I'm going to enjoy myself immensely, she said. There was a kind of fierceness to the last word. I stared up at her. "You're not planning to get falling down drunk, are you?" "Maybe," she looked smug. Catherine knew I didn't approve of, or rather, didn't understand drinking. I didn't like having my inhibitions lowered. If I was going to cut loose, I wanted to be in control of just how loose I got. We had left my car in the parking lot 2 blocks back, the one with the wrought iron fence around it. There wasn't much parking down by the river. The narrow brick roads and engine sidewalks had been designed for horses, not automobiles. The streets had been fresh washed by a summer thunderstorm that had come and gone while we ate dinner. The first stars glittered overhead like diamonds wrapped in velvet. Monica yelled, "Hurry up, slow pokes." Catherine looked at me and grinned. The next thing I knew, she was running towards Monica. "Oh, for heaven's sake," I muttered. Maybe if I'd drinks with dinner, I'd run too, but I doubted it. "Don't be an old stick in the mud," Catherine called back. Stick in the mud. I caught up to them walking. Monica was giggling. Somehow I'd known she would be. Catherine and she were leaning against each other laughing. I suspected they might be laughing at me. Monica calm enough to fake an ominous stage whisper. "Do you know what lies around this corner?" As a matter of fact, I did. The last vampire killing had only 4 blocks from here. We were in what the vampires call the district. Humans called it the riverfront, or Blood Square. was the vampire. Surely not, but he noted. Go on in, Monica. Your table is waiting. Table? What kind of club did Monica have? Guilty Pleasures was one of the hottest clubs in the district, and they did not take reservations. There was a large sign on the door. No crosses, crucifixes, or other holy items allowed inside. I read the sign and walked past it. I had no intention of getting rid of my cross. A rich, melodious voice floated around us. And how good of you to come. The voice belonged to Jean-Claude, club owner and the master vampire. He looked like a vampire was supposed to look. Softly curling hair, tangled with the high white lace of an antique shirt. Lace spilled over pale, long-fingered hands. The shirt hung open, giving a glimpse of a lean, bare chest, framed by more frothy lace. Most men couldn't have worn a shirt like that. The vampire made it seem utterly masculine. You two know each other? Monica sounded surprised. Oh yes, Jean-Claude said. Miss Blake and I have met before. I've been helping the police work cases on the riverfront. She is the vampire expert. He made the last word soft and warm and vaguely obscene. Monica giggled. Catherine was staring at Jean-Claude, eyes wide and innocent. I touched her arm, and she jerked as if waking from a dream. I didn't bother to whisper because I knew he would have heard me anyway. Important safety tip: never look a vampire in the eye. She nodded. The first hint of fear showed in her face. I would never harm such a lovely young woman. He took Catherine's hand and raised it to his mouth. A mere brush of lips. Catherine blushed. He kissed Monica's hand as well. He looked at me and laughed. Do not worry, my little animator. I will not touch you. That would be cheating. He moved to stand next to me. I stared fixedly at his chest. There was a burn scar almost hidden in the lace. The burn was in the shape of a cross. How many decades ago had someone shoved a cross into his flesh? Just as you having a cross would be an unfair advantage. What could I say? In a way, he was right. It was a shame that it wasn't merely the shape of a cross that hurt a vampire. Unfortunately, the cross had to be blessed and backed up by faith. An atheist waving a cross at a vampire was a truly beautiful sight. He breathed my name like a whisper against my skin. Anita, what are you thinking? The voice was so damn soothing. I wanted to look up and see what face went with such words. Jean-Claude had been in Greece Jean-Claude stepped close again. You will not resist the show tonight, Anita. Someone will enthrall you. No, I said, but it's hard to be tough when you're staring at someone's chest. You really need eye contact to play tough, but that was a no-no. He laughed. The sound seemed to rub over my skin like the brush of fur, warm and feeling ever so slightly of death. Monica grabbed my arm. You're going to love this, I promise you. Yes, Jean-Claude said. It will be a night you will never forget. Is that a threat? He laughed again. That warm, awful sound. This is a place of pleasure, Anita, not violence. Monica was pulling at my arm. Hurry, the entertainment's about to begin. Entertainment, Catherine asked. I had to smile. Welcome to the world's only vampire strip club, Catherine. You are joking. Scout's honor. I glanced back at the door. I don't know why. Jean-Claude stood utterly still, no sense of anything, as if he were not there at all. Then he moved, one pale head